Hello and welcome, I'm Ashanti and this is our Scarlet Halls challenge mode run. So let's begin. At the first part of the instance there are battles with humanoid and dogs around them. You have to throw the bucket on them and damage them with an instant cluster or melee ability. It is very important because if you didn't damage them, it won't count to the enemies. You have to kill additional mob at the end of the run. Here, stand out of the fire patches and kill these mobs. It's just AoE, nothing special. After killing them, your tank has to pick up the bucket and go either left or right wing of the corridor and choose the right wing and pull these mobs, throw them and damage them. That's up to the others. Meanwhile the others supposed to do the same thing, the battle before the boss, but they missed. It's not a big deal. Just pull them with the boss, use Bloodlust, Heroism or Time Ward, burn down the boss quickly. This fight is just tank and spank. Bugs will come, but any AoE spell will do the job and your tank can get them. After the Houndmaster walks in the center of the area, it's generally over and the RP part begins. You can regain your mana, prepare the next part. It's very important that you mustn't use any potions or potions in this fight because you will need an invisibility potion just here, and the cooldown on potion won't expire if you use them before the boss fight. After reach the stairs on the other end, you can pull the last button. It's quite difficult to rush back because there are evangelists and evokers in them. Their spellcasts are deadly. Use any AoE stance, AoE interrupts to stop them, and your survivability will bounce as well. In our setup, we use Shockwave, Shadow Fury, and Capacitor Totem. We arrive just at the second boss. This is very easy also. Just tank and spank and turn away him from the melee because he cleaves. We have just one dangerous ability, the Blades of Light. If you get caught in it, you surely die, so avoid it, but it's very easy to do this. When he jumps in the middle, just like now, run up the stairs, wait him to make this circle, and leave the center of the room, then just jump back there. Be careful because it can get you even when you are up in the stairs, but very near to the edge, as happened with our shaman. Finish him off. Head back to the corridor, and the patrol you can see is by far the hardest pool in this instance, with multiple caster mobs. Again, every stance, every interrupts, every CCs, and survival cooldowns are your friend. Use them, survive, and burn them down as quickly as possible. You can save also a few damage cooldown there. After they die, you can proceed in the next corridor. There are treasurers and war guardians there. The treasurer can stun any member of the group. Also your healer, so be careful, and when this happens, use stuns or survival cooldowns to survive it. And war guardians, it's armor reduction debuff on your tank, but it's not that dangerous. After they die, we arrived at the final two pools in the instance. There are pupils and scholars. Next four. The scholar must be interrupted, so they cast these variant things, which reduce your damage, and the pupils puts debuff on your tank, which is very high damage. Then it is tagged, so be sure that it falls off from your tank between the two pools. Otherwise it's very easy, especially with the IVCCs and stuns there. When they are at low HP, you can fool the last boss. Is a mage, it casts the Pyroblast, but it can be beat by Death Knights and deflected by warriors. He casts Book Burner. Your tank should stay in its path and soak the damage. And your shaman and mage can and should spare steal the quicker mind from the boss. At breath, you should always follow the pets if you have any classes with pets in your setup. It's the easiest way to avoid that. After he dies, the run should be complete, but as I mentioned, we missed the second patrol with dogs, so we have to run back and kill an additional mob. Fortunately, we have time for it. Just run back where you use your invisibility and pull attack, mark a mob and kill him as fast as you can and CC the other ones. And you should not die here because it can be very annoying. Generally I can tell that this is not a hard instance, but can be very annoying because all the bucket throwing in the beginning needs practice not to miss the humanoids, and they can bug and sometimes also, but it's not very hard, so good luck and see you next time.